Hey guys, about to do another trivia show here in a little bit. Gonna wait for some people to join on in, and then we'll start on up. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. We had a great day today, some nice breakfast. Did a little yoga. That was great. Giving it a little bit of time so people will join up and then we'll start the show. It's kind of hot out here in Arizona. Kind of hot's an understatement. But it's finally September, so it'll hopefully cool down. Hey Alexandra, we're going to start in just a little bit when I get a few more people on. We got a few now. We'll start in just a little bit. Hope everyone's great. It's a nice weekend here. Tomorrow we're going to go for a little hike. Hey, Elisa. Love you, baby. All right, we got a few. Let's start this up. First question this evening is, what U.S. state has the most vineyards? Again, that is, what U.S. state has the most vineyards? We're working on getting a background and a new camera, and that's coming up soon. It'll be a lot more, it'll look a lot nicer. Again, that question was, what U.S. state has the most vineyards? Bars are finally opening up out here. Let's see how that goes. Hey, Kenny. Correct, Tom. Welcome. Hey, Brent. Again, that question was, what U.S. state has the most vineyards? Thanks again to Funktiquities for letting me use their music. I really appreciate it. Again, that question was, what U.S. state has the most vineyards? The answer is California. Well done, Tom. Next question. What's the only Central American country without a Caribbean coast? Hey, Jim. Again, what is the only Central American country without a Caribbean coast? Looks like it might cool down here next week sometime, which is something I'm looking forward to. I think everyone in Arizona is, at least in the valley here. Again, that question, what is the only Central American country without a Caribbean coast? Guatemala is a great guess, but not correct. What's up, Michael? Well done, Kenny. That is correct. Again, the question was, what's the only Central American country without a Caribbean coast? Hope everyone's doing great. I really like this particular track by Funktiquities. It's called Jamectomy. Question again was, what's the only Central American country without a Caribbean coast? Hey, Connor. It is a good guess there, but not Paraguay. I was surprised when I heard there was only one, but there is only one. And that was, what's the only Caribbean country, or what's the only Central American country without a Caribbean coast? And one more time, that was. What's the only Central American country without a Caribbean coast? The answer is El Salvador. Next one. What Major League Baseball stadium has the highest capacity? And this was obviously before all the COVID stuff where they're playing to nobody. So when they were packing stadiums, what Major League Baseball stadium has the highest capacity? Houston's a good guess, Rex, but that is not the answer. Well done, Kenny. A guess or a hint is it's a National League team. Not Oakland, but good guess. Not Yankee Stadium, also a good guess. Oakland's in the same state. Again, that was what Major League Baseball stadium has the highest capacity. Again, that was what Major League Baseball stadium has the highest capacity. The answer is Dodger Stadium. Next one. What artist or song was the only winner of a Grammy for Best Disco Recording? Again, what artist or song? Giants is a really good guess too. It's in California. I saw the Dead play there once, or Dead and Company, at Dodger Stadium. Next question. What artist or song was the only winner of a Grammy for Best Disco Recording? If anybody's able to tip, it's super appreciated. On Venmo, I'm Kevin-McMahon-83. All the other ways are listed above. And again, that question was, what artist or song was the only winner of a Grammy for Best Disco Recording? Hey, Kyle from Pine Top. It was obviously quite a while ago. Staying Alive by Bee Gees is a great guess. It was by a woman. Kyle, how you doing? I'm good. Well done, Tom. It's good to see you on here, Kyle. Again, it is a female. And the question was, what artist or song was the only winner of a Grammy for Best Disco Recording? Again, that was what artist or song was the only winner of a Grammy for Best Disco Recording? And the answer is Gloria Gaynor with the song I Will Survive. Next one. What is the concave at the bottom of a wine bottle called? Again, that is, what is the concave at the bottom of a wine bottle called? Hey, Chewy. Been a long time since I've seen you. Again, that was. What is the concave at the bottom of a wine bottle called? I'll let you know the answer. That was, what is the concave at the bottom of a wine bottle called? And the answer, it is called a punt. Next one's about movies. Who are the only two different actors to win Academy Awards portraying the same character in a continuing series? Again, who are the only two different actors to win Academy Awards portraying the same character in a continuing series? We've got a YouTube station now, a YouTube channel now. If anybody'd like to subscribe to it, it's called Grateful Trivia. We're going to start posting stuff on there, and we're putting up shows I do on here, on there. Again, that question was, who are the only two different actors to win Academy Awards portraying the same character in a continuing series? Welcome, everybody. Chime in whenever you'd like. Give you a hint, it was it was a gangster film, or a gangster series of films. And the question was, who are the only two different actors to win Academy Awards portraying the same character in a continuing series? Sean Connery and Daniel Craig is a great guess for the Bond movies, but it was not Bond, it was more of about like the mafia. Well done, Janelle, that is the movie. Really well done. Not Al Pacino. Yep, no beard anymore, Wendy. It's time for a change. I'm really loving aftershave. Again, that question was, hey Naomi, question was, who are the only two different actors to win Academy Awards portraying the same character in a continuing series? Wendy, hello. Marlon Brando was one of them. Correct, Bill. Marlon Brando was one of them. Janelle, good guess. From Oregon, welcome. De Niro was one of them as well. Wendy, well done. Again, the question was, who are the only two different actors to win Academy Awards portraying the same character in a continuing series? And that was Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro as the Godfather. Well done, Wendy. Next question. What is the highest country in South America when measured by highest average altitude? Again, that was, what is the highest country in South America when measured by highest average altitude? The name kind of tells you it might be cold. Well done, Kyle. Peru's a great guess. And it's got to have a high average altitude. Again, Peru is a great guess. Well done, Tom. The average altitude is 6,140 feet. Again, that was. What is the highest country in South America? That is funny, Wendy. Again, what is the highest country in South America when measured by the highest average altitude? And the answer is Chile, with an average altitude of 6,140 feet. Next one. Aside from Canada and Mexico, what country is closest to the United States? Again, it was aside from Canada and Mexico. What country is closest to the United States? And again, if anybody's able to tip, it's super appreciated. On Venmo, I'm Kevin-McMahon-83. And all the other platforms are listed above the feed. And again, the question was, aside from Canada and Mexico, what country is closest to the U.S.? Cuba's a great guess, but I think that's about 45 miles away. I know that Key West is closer to Cuba than Miami, but there's a country even closer than Cuba. One country is only 2.4 miles away. Again, aside from Canada and Mexico, what country is closest to the U.S.? And if I'm right, I think Cuba might be even 90 miles or 45 miles. Correct, Tom. Greenland's a really good guess, though. And Tom, you are correct. Again, Bahamas are real close, but there's one country that's only 2.4 miles from the U.S. Again, that was well done, Bill. And again, the question was, aside from Canada and Mexico, what country is closest to the U.S.? And the answer is Russia. Is only 2.4 miles from the U.S. Again, thank you, Funktiquities. This jam is phenomenal. Next question. What was Ernest Hemingway's final work published during his lifetime? Again, what was Ernest Hemingway's final work published during his lifetime? Hemingway had a very interesting life. I was just reading about some other authors as well. But Hemingway had a pretty good story. Hey, Tiffany. Well done, Janelle. Tiffany, this one's kind of up your alley. What was Ernest Hemingway's final work published during his lifetime? Not a Movable Feast. Well done on that, Janelle. Again, the question was, what was Ernest Hemingway's final work published during his lifetime? Bates, welcome. It's been a minute. I'll let you get a chance at this question too. What was Ernest Hemingway's final work published during his lifetime? Yeah, I love these jams. Again, that question was, what was Ernest Hemingway's final work published during his lifetime? All right, I will give you the answer. What was Ernest Hemingway's final work published during his lifetime? And the answer is Old Man and the Sea. Next one. What do you call a group? Sun Also Rises is a great one. Hey, Ron Mazzola, it's been a minute. Hope you're doing fantastic. Next one. Next question. What do you call a group of toads? Again, thanks to Funktiquities for letting me play their music. Facebook can be a little... Good guesses on both of those. Toadies and Thunder. And the question was, what do you call a group of toads? And the question was, what do you call a group of toads? And the answer is a knot. You call that a knot of toads. A rumble, I forget what that one was. A flock, I forget what that, I mean, that was birds, obviously. A lot's a really good guess, too. Rhymes with it. And the question was, what do you call a group of toads? And the answer is a knot, a K-N-O-T. Next one, a sports one. What university has the longest active streak of having a player drafted in the NFL draft? Yep, like a knot with a K. Again, that question was, what university has the longest active streak of having a player drafted in the NFL draft? Clemson's a really good guess. They've been great lately. USC's a really good guess. Ohio State, good guess though. It is like a long time university that's been good for a long time. One of the most famous quarterbacks there is right now went there. It's not Ohio State, Auburn, or Notre Dame. But maybe the most famous quarterback there is. At least 5 years ago, he was the most famous quarterback. Correct, Tom. Notre Dame would have been Montana, I believe. Correct, Tiffany. Tom Brady attended. I saw him play against Alabama in the Orange Bowl once. Correct, Tiffany. And the question was, what university has the longest active streak of having a player drafted in the NFL draft? And the answer is the University of Michigan. Yup, Brady. That was a great game. They kept taking him out and putting in Drew Henson. And then Drew Henson would get them behind, and Tom Brady would come and catch them up. It was a fantastic game for Tom Brady. Next one. This is kind of because I love the band. And some of y'all might love the band too. At least some of the people I've seen on here do for sure. And the question is, what was the Grateful Dead's address in the Haight District? Again, what was the Grateful Dead's address in the Haight District? H-A-I-G-H-T. What was the Grateful Dead's address in the Haight District? It is 7:10. Correct, Liz. Tiffany, way off. Again, that was, what was the Grateful Dead's address? Liz, that is it. Well done. Again, that was, what was the Grateful Dead's address in the Haight District? And the answer was, and is, 710 Ashbury. Many people have taken pictures on that porch, but now they have it fenced off. Next question. In what U.S. state was the first college fraternity? Again, that is, in what U.S. state was the first college fraternity? I'll give you all a hint. The first college fraternity opened or started in 1776. Again, that question was, in what U.S. state was the first college fraternity? Not Maryland, not Massachusetts, not Maryland, and not Massachusetts. Not Pennsylvania. All good guesses. I'll tell you the name of the university. Not New York. Good guess. The name of the university is. Well done, Kyle. Correct. Not Pennsylvania. Well done, Tiffany. The university is William and Mary. Again, in what state was the first college fraternity? And again, the university was William and Mary, a little north of North Carolina. Not New Jersey. Well done, Wendy. Well done, Tom. Once you knew the university. Again, in what state was the first college fraternity? And the answer was Virginia at William and Mary in 1776. Next question. Who was the first African American to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay? Again, who was the first African American to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay? Jamie Heidert, welcome. Play along for a little bit if you'd like. And the question was, who was the first African American to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay? Not Maya Angelou. I think she was more of a poet, really. But not sure. Sidney Poitier is a great guess. Pretty sure he was more of an actor. So, who was the first African American to win the Oscar for writing the screenplay? Sidney Poitier is a great guess. When I saw this fact, it surprised me how recently it was. Not Haley. I really liked the movie. Like, it's that recently that I can remember seeing it. Scary movie. Not Wesley Snipes. Good guess, Heider. It was fairly recent. It was like a horror movie. And the question was, who was the first African American to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay? And the hints I gave is it was recently, not Spike Lee. I don't think he has won one yet, which I think angers him. And that, again, the question was, who was the first African American to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay? And a hint I gave was it was a horror movie, a frightening movie. And he made another one after that just came out right before the pandemic that we went and saw at the theater. Both really good. And the question was, who was the first African American to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay? And the answer, well done, Jamie. That is it. Again, who was the first African American to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay? That is, for real, the two movies, Tom. And the person that won it was Jordan Peele for Get Out. Corey Flavin, welcome. Play along for a while if you'd like. Again, that question was, who was the first African American to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay? And the answer was Jordan Peele for Get Out. Yeah, I thought so too, Bates. That was like way too recent. Next question. Name one of the countries, there's two of them, whose passports get you into the most countries. Again, name one of the two countries whose passports get you into the most countries. Yeah, Bates, I thought that was crazy too. I was reading an article about stuff like that and it just blew me away. Some of those facts. Again, name one of the countries. There's two. Ha! Corey, I haven't played disc golf in a while. Singapore is correct. One of them. Germany's a good guess. Chris, your first one is correct. Well done, Kenny. Corey, I had Paul Ulibarri on here playing along, I think it was last week, and he's a pro disc golfer, really good guy. Jamie, that's a funny guess. Well done, Wendy. Again, that was name one of the two countries whose passport gets you into the most countries. And the answers are Singapore and Japan. Back in the day, Corey, I may have. I should get back out there and play again. I agree. It's a fun, healthy game. Again, that question was, name one of the two countries whose passports get you into the most countries. And the answer is Singapore and Japan. Corey, I love seeing you and your two brothers here on Facebook. As always, brings me way back to my first job out of college. And again, Singapore and Japan's passports get you into 190 countries, which is the most countries that any passports get you into. Corey, you might know this one. We have the Irish roots in common. What does shamrock mean in the Gaelic language? Again, what does shamrock mean in the Gaelic language? And again, if anybody's able to tip, it's super appreciated. On Venmo, I'm Kevin-McMahon-83, and all the other ways are listed above the speed. And that question one more time was, what does shamrock mean in the Gaelic language? Gleeful one is a good guess. Corey, I went to a school where our mascot was the Shamrocks. And you went to our rival. We got along fantastically when all was said and done. It is not good luck. I thought you might feel that way, Corey. Again, what does shamrock mean in the Gaelic language? And the answer is young or little clover. Miracle's a good guess. It was like good luck. But shamrock in the Gaelic language means young or little clover. Next one. Who was the first U.S. president to get married while in office? Again, who was the first U.S. president to get married while in office? Janelle, I think that your feed might be a little slow. Sorry about that. Again, the question was, who was the first U.S. president to get married while in office? Teddy Roosevelt's a good guess. It was before him. Well done, Kenny. FDR's a good guess. Taft's a good guess. Well done, Jamie. I'm really loving this jam. Antiquities. Well, you live out in a very remote, beautiful place, Janelle, so the internet being wonky is a small price to pay. Again, that question was, who was the first U.S. president to get married while in office? Buchanan's a great guess. Actually, Buchanan was the only U.S. president that was never married. Yeah, that's a definite trivia fact. Buchanan's the only U.S. president that was never married. And that question I just asked, though, was who was the first U.S. president to get married while in office? The answer is John Tyler. If I remember the story correctly, which I think I might, his first wife died, and he got married again while in office. Really good memory, Bates. Tippecanoe and Tyler, too. Next question. What are the only two countries to win gold in women's Olympic hockey? Again, what are the only two countries to win gold in women's Olympic hockey? Well done, Tiffany. Well done, Corey. U.S. is one of them. Not everybody's them. Well done, Jamie. Canada is one of them. Russia's never won. Well done, Tom. You're a hockey player, too. Well done, Liz. Kyle, neither of those ever won the gold. Well done, Kennedy. Again, the question was, what are the only two countries to win gold in women's Olympic hockey? Well done, Wendy. Again, what are the only two countries to win gold in women's Olympic hockey? And that's Canada and the USA. Trading off. Just wish the USA men's team could do it again. Next one. On March 1st, 1932, what famous kidnapping occurred? Quite a long time ago, but it was a very famous kidnapping. And I don't even think it was ever solved in the parents' lifetime, but it's definitely in the history books. The father did a lot of pretty historical things. The question was, on March 1st, 1932, what famous kidnapping occurred? Well done, Tiffany. Well done, Bates. Famous pilot. Well done, Tom. I know what you mean. For some kids, that was huge, Jamie. Life-changing. And again, on March 1st, 1932, what famous kidnapping occurred? And that was the Lindbergh baby. Jamie, I love that you still have your sense of humor. That's been true with you since elementary school. Next question. The founder of Chuck E. Cheese, Nolan Bushnell, also founded what famous video game company? Again, that question was, the founder of Chuck E. Cheese, Nolan Bushnell, also founded what famous video game company? Well done, Bates and Tiffany. Again, that was the founder of Chuck E. Cheese, Nolan Bushnell. Also founded what famous video game company? Rockstar. Again, that question was, the founder of Chuck E. Cheese, Nolan Bushnell, also founded what famous video game company? The answer is Atari. Hey, Mom, welcome. Again, the next question will be, again, that was the founder of Chuck E. Cheese also founded Atari. He founded Atari first, and then had some kind of a non-compete clause or something, and when he left the company, he wasn't allowed to start another video game company, so instead, he started a company where he could have video games, stayed in his area of expertise, but adapted. Someone moved his cheese and he made it work. Next question. Who is the first woman to ever give birth while serving in the U.S. Senate? Again, who is the first woman to ever give birth while serving in the U.S. Senate? Well done, Kenny. Are you from Illinois as well? Yeah, she was a little old to be given birth when she was in that position. Tiffany, to your answer. Again, that was who's the first woman to ever give birth while serving in the U.S. Senate? I knew what you meant, Kenny. And the question was, who was the first woman to give birth while serving in the U.S. Senate? And that was Tammy Duckworth from Illinois. Just happened kind of recently. No, she was not there forever. Next question. What U.S. state is home to the Valley of 10,000 Smokes? Again, what U.S. state is home to the Valley of 10,000 Smokes? California's a great guess, but no, it is a really big state, even bigger than California. California's a great guess. About California, we've been watching Cobra Kai. I highly recommend that show. Cali's a great guess. A couple things I'd recommend checking out. Not Texas, good guess, bigger than that. Check out the series Cobra Kai. Not Washington, good guess. Read the book, The Four Agreements. And check out Funktiquities on SoundCloud. Again, the question was, what U.S. state is home to the Valley of 10,000 Smokes? And the answer is, well done, Tiffany, Alaska. Well done, Tom, as well. Next question. What is the origin, well done, Jamie. What is the origin of the term 3 sheets to the wind for being drunk? Again, that is, what is the origin of the term 3 sheets to the wind for being drunk? Yeah, Cobra Kai is great. I'm been taking a lot of classes on basically psychology lately. And in Cobra Kai, I'm seeing so much why people turn out the way they do from their influences, which Cobra Kai is really great showing that. It does come from sailing. Well done, Tom. Again, the question was, what is the origin of the term 3 sheets to the wind for being drunk? Tom, you're dead on with it. And it is. Sailing, when the ropes would be all loose, the sails would flail drunkenly. One more time, if anybody's able to tip, it's super appreciated. On Venmo, I'm Kevin-McMahon-83. All the other ways to tip me are listed above this feed. And the final question, how old was Winston Churchill when he died? Again, how old was Winston Churchill when he died? He was pretty old. Thank you, Wendy. Older than 67, Tiffany. Older than 63. Older than 83 even. Nice round number, older than 83. Well done, Kenny. You made it that far. Cheers. Thank you, Tiffany. I want to thank every single one of you for hanging out. I have fun doing this. I'm glad you guys have fun being a part of it as well. I'll see you all next week. I hope you have a great week, a great Labor Day. Make sure to take care of yourselves and each other. May peace be with every single one of you. Well done, Wendy. Jamie died a little bit ago. Again, may peace be with every single one of you. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week and a wonderful Labor Day. Peace.